You can't feel sorry for yourself and your circumstances because we all have problems. We all have issues. We all have things that we're going through. I think a lot of men, we have a tendency to let it build up and we keep it inside. And I'm one of these where I get emotional over my wife and kids. That's about one of the only things I'll get emotional about. They mean a whole lot to me. They're very important to me. Who do you turn to for help? And I think we have a tendency to like, just men are always like, hey, I'm good. I got this. And we're really not. We need help.
Yeah. And again, it comes down emotional intelligence, perception of self, ego is all of us are dealing with shit.
Yeah.
And I've been guilty of this for a large portion of my life. I'm sure a lot of men out there will resonate with this.
Yeah.
I was brought up in a way that if you have problems in your life, go figure it out.
Yeah.
No one's there for you. No one's available for you. So for a large portion of my life, I didn't think I needed people. And when I say people, not general people, other men, a brotherhood. I had parts of it in training. I had parts of it in the sport. A lot of times, and it seems to be getting better now through the avenues of information and understanding masculinity. You know, we've been thrown into the pits. We're the worst thing in the world, according to the woke mob.
Sure.
So to stand there and say, I'm not going to let anybody tell me that I'm worth nothing. And I'm going to surround myself with men who want to be better, because what happens is we're only going to be better by raising each other up.
Right.
Each of our problems are going to be unique. Each of us are going to have a different perspective. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise up. You come with a perspective of being in the armed forces. That already comes with a multitude of problems with men trying to see their purpose after having served, now being put back into the real world going, wow, this is what I've got to deal with. And that's a great, unique perspective. My perspective coming in is understanding these things that we're dealing with and trying to use the tenets we have, because those are the things that have saved me from my mental health. And I'm sure that's the same for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive
really
into
quick before we get too far past this. When you and I met, we both had a very small circle. And we both agreed at that time there was a reason behind why we had a small circle, is because there was very few people, if any, that we could find that had the mindsets that we had, where we were driven to do all these things that we're talking about. So it's really important that if you have toxic in your life, and we've talked a lot about this with both of us, like if we have toxic in our life, we cut it out.
Yeah.
You have to, because if you don't, it's like the little devil we were talking about. If you keep letting that voice overtake you, well, guess what? It doesn't have to come into the voice in your head. It could be people.
Yeah.
If you have a negative, toxic person who's just constantly agreeing with your negative space or bringing you down,
it just makes it
it's just going to
bigger.
amplify your problems and make them even worse. You have to surround yourself with the right people.
And what I'd like to tell everyone is, so with me moving to the United States, I've been in the United States 2 years this month.
Nice.
Right? Having met people, right? The first person being Kevin, someone who's on the same frequency as me, who's kind of sees this world the same way. So I always say match frequency with those people and you always raise each other up.
Yeah.
What I found is the minute that we started this, how big is our circle map?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Right. We're growing exponentially. We've got guys in our circle coming in and we're resonating with more people, and it's growing a brotherhood.
Yeah.
So we can help each other be better.
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, this is a little egotistical, but whatever. People, we're big guys that carry presence, and we walk into a room and people see, like, and just in general, I think we're both very positive, upbeat, good, genuine dudes. And people see what we're doing and what we're putting out there, and they want to be a part of that. People want to be a part of something bigger and better, but they also don't know. Like, I think about some of the folks that have entered our lives. They haven't had people that have achieved what we have say, come on, follow me. They've always just been on their own.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm excited about.